Hola. So I wrote this a while ago and I realized I've never fully told the story, so we're just going to read out what I wrote. The Mother I Chose. Why I Adopted Bari A. Williams from Twitter. Some people are lucky enough to be born to nurturing, present, and protective mothers. I wasn't. After a while, I decided I didn't have to keep pretending otherwise. My biological mother was chaotic, unreliable, and emotionally neglectful, and I made the conscious decision to stop looking to her for care or validation. Instead, I adopted a new one. Her name is Bari A. Williams, and I met her on Twitter. I actually met her in real life too, but I met her after I met her in real life, then I followed her on Twitter. Bari is just so cool and smart and kind of looks like me. She's a tech executive, an author, and a public intellectual. But even more than her credentials, it's her clarity of voice that drew me in. She's the kind of Black woman who speaks directly, unapologetically, and always comes from a place of deep lived experience. When I came across her tweets, it felt like I had found a surrogate mother, someone who not only saw the world clearly, but saw me too. The first and only time I met Bari in person was in July 2017. I have a picture from that night. I'm smiling big, eyes wide, genuinely lit up. That picture captures the kind of joy that comes from meeting someone who unknowingly played a pivotal role in your survival. Someone who made you feel less alone. Bari wrote one of the best books I've never read. I'm gonna read it, I just haven't had time. It's diversity in the workplace. It's eye-opening interviews to jumpstart conversations about identity, privilege, and bias. It wasn't just another corporate DEI text. It was a human document, layered, reflective, and deeply honest. She has helped me understand myself as a Black woman trying to move through professional spaces that weren't built for people like us. She brought nuance and depth to the stories of bias, microaggressions, and resilience that I was only beginning to name for myself. Back when I was on Twitter, before I was permanently banned, I used to tweet at her all the time. She would sometimes respond, and that little interaction gave me life. It made me feel seen, it made me feel worthy of intelligent conversation, and her feed was like an archive of all the things I needed to know but didn't have the vocabulary for yet. About tech, about race, about music, and power. One of the wildest and most validating moments for me was a thread she sparked about white female guidance counselors, the so-called guidance Karens, and the incredibly racist, classist, and often damaging advice they gave Black girls. That thread had over 7,500 replies from professional Black women sharing how those counselors discouraged them from going to college, pushed them toward low-level jobs, or simply ignored their potential altogether. It was both infuriating and healing to see how many of us had experienced the same harm. I realized that Bari wasn't just a voice on the internet. She was a cultural archivist, someone who helped us see patterns, name injustice, and reclaim our stories. She mothered so many of us by simply telling the truth. And for girls like me, truth is what heals. I literally ran out of memory, sorry. There's a tweet I once wrote, and I meant every word. My biological mother was trash, so I threw her away and adopted a new one. Meet Bari. It was blunt, but it was honest. I was done performing loyalty to someone who had never truly protected me. Choosing Bari as a mother figure wasn't about fantasy, it was about survival. It was about finding an example of the kind of woman I wanted to become. The more I listened to Bari and read her work, the more I saw the outline of a future self I could believe in. one that didn't apologize for being brilliant, assertive, or black. She didn't dilute her language or soften her critiques to make others comfortable. She simply told the truth, and in doing so, gave permission for the rest of us to do the same. Not everyone gets to handpick a mother figure, but I did. And in a strange, beautiful way, Twitter gave me the one I needed. Bari Williams was never just a content creator or a thought leader to me. She was my chosen mother, a role model, a mirror, and a protector, even from a distance. I'm not sure if she knows what that meant to me, and maybe someday I'll tell her, or maybe this essay is like the start of that.